What if a woman... Ooh, what if a woman? Okay. What if a woman had a man on the side? What if a woman had the keys to your crib? Alright, so Aquarius. You could be uncertain about someone right now. Greetings, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Vedic, sidereal. You have some awesome cards here from the Lenormand. We have the 2 and the 4. We have the lilies sprouting out of clovers with pentacles around them, and we have the house. And 2 and 4 is fabulous. We're actually entering a 4-year with 2020, or we are in a 4-year with 2020. We have the King of Hearts and the 6 of Diamonds. Both of these are very reminiscent of something positive, a love relationship coming in, money coming in, something, news about a home, news about moving, unexpected news. This could be like last minute news about moving, last minute offer. This could be someone being really generous, offering you something generous. This could be the divine gifting you something generous, a generous gift, receiving a lot of money, receiving a lot of acknowledgement. I kind of think of the 6 of Diamonds like the 6 of Wands. When it comes to the tarot, personally, just for me, that's just its representation for me personally. Again, I just kind of see it that way. So I am also seeing it though with a bit of like an Ace of Pentacles kind of view, and almost a 4 of Wands. It's like if the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles all had a baby, then it would be this card. And I say that because we have the 4 here. So from 2 to a 4, so that is multiplication, that's adding, that is abundance, and it's adding up to a space where it's going to be providing you more stability. So right now, Aquarius, I'm feeling with your other oracle cards that you're not feeling the most stability. So some Aquariuses could be listening to this and being like, who is she talking about? Because that is not me. Aquarius, this could be something that is coming in for you around March. March was really clear for me. It's coming out. It could be something that's more finalized in March. Like the fruition is right now, the seeds have been planted, the budding is happening, and these buds are planted in clovers. So you've planted your seeds with the right people in the right places, and now it's just a matter of being patient. We have seeking direction. Aquarius, of late you have been in a place of indecision about which path or direction to take. This question is not as difficult as you perceive it to be. Ask yourself what direction will create the most peace in your life. So Aquarius, I'm also feeling that with this card, the lilies. Lilies are all about peace. I've had like 4 or 5 ambulances go by my house in the last hour, so it must be that full moon happening tomorrow/tonight. So ask yourself what direction is going to create the most peace in your life. So think about if you're planting these seeds in patches of weeds, or if you're planting them in clovers. And you'll know where you're planting these seeds, Aquarius, by seeking your heart, by asking your heart, what is going to create the most peace? What is going to calm my heart? But equally, what's going to ignite my heart? Because the King of Hearts is all about generosity, showing his love, being really affectionate, being very expressive. And with the home, it's being expressed in a form of stability. This also could be someone is feeling this way internally inside of their home, so to speak, and they need to bud, they need to bloom these feelings into reality. They need to plant these seeds. So these seeds also could be in hibernation mode. For those of you who are seeking direction, you could be having all these feelings internally, but you need to get out and co-create with the 40 card, also a 4. So you have a lot of 4s, and then we have the poised, 4 and 8. So it really just keeps expanding here. We go from the 2 to the 4 to the 8. So it is just multiplying exponentially, and it's beautiful. But I'll go into those cards in a moment. So your heart knows the direction, Aquarius. Remember that your heart seeks peace. It seeks peace, purpose, and light for everyone involved. Choose carefully, as this may not be expressed as the easier path or the one with the quickest resolution to your current turmoil. Seek with a higher mind. The key here is the greater good overall. The decision does not have to be made overnight. Be at peace and choose with grace. So this is allowing yourself to choose grace in every moment, which really goes hand in hand with the poised card. You have this gray Arabian. Arabians are very spirited, but they're very gentle. They also are very fleeting, like an Aquarius. They can pop in and pop out. They can be a little antsy. They can also be a little bit hard to earn the trust, earn the space, but then when you make that bond, then you have realized that you've created a foundation. And not just a foundation that's meh, but like a King of Hearts foundation. A foundation that is generous, a foundation that is playful, that is spirited, that is loving, that is soulful, that is purposeful, that is harmonious, that has a silent language between And you're in a space of creating this right now, especially with the lilies. For a lot of my Aquarius, you are in a space where you're softening, and that softening is actually allowing you to be more expressive. So as you surrender and become more gentle in your nature, more gentle with yourself, you in turn become more gentle with others. And as you become more gentle with others, then you allow yourself to respond out of this space where you don't feel threatened anymore, and you allow yourself to co-create with other species. You have the cheetah up here, and we have the owl. They're totally two different species. Usually operate at different times of day. And we have an egg down at the bottom. And the egg has cheetah spots on it, but it's an egg, and cheetahs don't birth eggs, but owls birth eggs. So this could be working with a different species, working with someone that's far different from you, and that could be why you feel like you're seeking direction right now, because you may not be looking in the obvious. We have the obvious next, which I'll go into in a moment. The key here is the greater good of overall. The decision does not have to be made overnight. So remember, Aquarius, you want to think of how is this going to benefit? How is making or birthing this egg going to positively affect everyone around you? What is going to be the result of you birthing this egg, so to speak, Aquarius? What is going to be the way that you can bring forth your gifts, your generosity, and your big heart in a way that touches and expands into every heart around you? So this is a way of how can you be of service. So Aquarius, if you are seeking direction right now, I want you to ask yourself where you could be more of service. When was the last time you volunteered? Where is somewhere that you could volunteer? And then we have the poised card and the obvious. So the solution here right now, Aquarius, is in the obvious, not the obscure details. You have been focused upon the minutiae, and these have been a great distraction from the inherent truth that you know within. You are being challenged to relax in the face of confusion and to trust that it is all unfolding before you as it should. So mote it be. Allow the obvious to form the picture, and the truth and all the answers will come to the forefront, Aquarius, in wisdom with grace. And we have that here with the Gray Arabian, who says, hello. Your answers lie in what brings peace to your heart and these lilies that are blooming out of these clovers with pentacles all around. So Aquarius, if you allow yourself to fully surrender and stop thinking of a space of how am I going to get this? How am I going to make this happen? Where am I going to be in 6 months? What's my job going to be? What's next from here? If you instead flip the switch and you allow yourself to go, I am so grateful for this, that, and the other. I am so grateful to be able to show up and serve others. Where can I show up and serve a little more? Where can I give someone a lifeline? Where can I allow myself to extend my paw? And where can I allow myself to really hone in with wisdom and grace? The nature of this answer is one of great proportion, and it will not be missed. Allow yourself to trust, relax, and stop seeking so that the truth may appear before you. And then we have the poised card. Poised is all about refinement. So I think of chiseling away, like Michelangelo, chiseling away at a sculpture. So you may have been working at first with a big blob, like this egg, and you're like, I don't even know what this is going to be. I don't even know what to make. And then you start chipping things away at it because you have an idea. You're like, okay, I'm going to make this. And then you try and make that, and you're like, oh, I'm not making that. I already messed up this, that, and the other. And then you kind of have a moment of like, well, what do I do next? And it's like now you're at the space, Aquarius, where you have planted these seeds and the buds are starting to occur. And if you don't see them, other people see them. Perhaps this King of Hearts sees the buds that you're planting. And so remember that life is all about co-creation. No one is a one-man island. It just doesn't work that way for people who really prosper and keep moving forward in this life. We understand that we have to seek with others, we have to work with others, we have to co-create. And as you enter this space of really refining your practices, being diligent and serving and showing up from a space of love, trying to find that peace in your heart and allowing yourself to only act from things that create peace in your heart, others are going to see this, like that King of Hearts, and you'll see before you know it, your foundation is built, your house is built, the landscaping, the white picket fence out front, whatever birds are going to be flying over, and you'll see the sun. You'll see the sun there on the horizon. This poised card is all about if you're in a relationship or if you're about to be entering a relationship, it's going to be a very, I don't want to say serious, but a very committed. You're entering a space where you can finally have commitment. And this all stems from, commitment is just a matter of being able to commit to the self. And so if we are unable to have committed relationships with others, this is simply a sign of where we are being uncommitted with ourselves. And so if you are still trying, which is totally fine, we all have to go through the phases or multiple phases where we have to kind of go back to the drawing board and go, all right, what do I really want? What is my purpose? What does the divine want me to do? What did the divine bring me into a human body to show up here on planet Earth for? What is my purpose here? And once we start really aligning with that, then these lilies will start to bloom out of these clovers, and then from that, the pentacles, the abundance will just pour in, because all of it, the flow of life, is all interconnected like that. The flow of love, the flow of money, the flow of connections with others, the flow of working with others, the flow of being of service to others, creating new friendships, new connections, and it all starts from a space of being really vulnerable, and instead of seeking direction, allowing yourself to just relax into the art of your heart and connecting to your heart space, Aquarius. I love this poised card for you. This also speaks on the negative side. Would be some of you guys with seeking direction and poised. Could be some of you guys are trying to push something and you can't push this out and you can't pull it out. You need to just relax with where it's at and allow yourself to keep working away at something and understand, like I said, it could be until March. So you may have more of a waiting period, March or May. So it might be something, Aquarius, that you just need to spend a little more time on. And as you spend more time, we have the Queen of Pentacles is your energy and death is crossing you. Are you thinking of a Scorpio, Aquarius? Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is that with the Queen of Pentacles, ooh, Seven of Pentacles. Yep, okay, so you're at the beginning stages of something. You're at the very young stages of something. We have death here because some of you are tempted to kind of revisit the past and go to things in the past because you haven't quite grounded this in yet. So that's why you might be seeking direction. Notice that she has all the pentacles on this tree, but her basket is empty. Her basket is empty, but the pentacles are right there up in the tree. And if we see here in the Queen of Pentacles, she is really beaming out of that third eye space. She's surrendering. She's not mentalizing, intellectualizing this. She's allowing herself to relax and really see the truth. Malachite might be a great stone for you guys to wear. Also gold. Anything with gold, anything with malachite. Fluorite might bring a lot of healing and clarity to the heart. I'm seeing a lot of green stones here. So Emerald might be lucky for you. Also with the flowers, perhaps yellow citrine. Again, with the death card, I'm seeing that you have to leave something behind, and this could also be you guys working with a Scorpio or thinking of a Scorpio. Now, remember when we have to leave something behind or let go of something, that's not to say that it's going to be out of our life for good, Aquarius. Sometimes people just have to completely remove themselves from each other and the energy. We have Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so you're definitely letting this go. Four of Cups in reverse. There, you were thinking, longing for something, and you have all these other options around you. Look, he has all these cups around him, but he wants this one in reverse. You're saying this thing, this situationship, is just not going to work out. Ooh, you have the High Priestess as your past, Judgment as your future, the Moon, you on the path. Okay, Aquarius, some of my Aquariuses are switching things up. All of a sudden, we went from all this green and yellow into blue and purple, which is very mysterious. So in the High Priestess, you could have learned something. An owl in the night. I'm seeing for some of you guys, you saw something in your dreams. You just had a feeling, you had a knack for something. There is something that you were gifted. Again, we have the third eye activation on both cards, although we have the ram horns up here. So you guys have been gifted clarity on a situation. And that clarity is going to bring with you the scroll, this truth. And so you received this truth. And because you received a truth about something, you are emerging out of the waters of understanding that with the 11. You are taking in part the wounded healer here. Judgment is 2020, so we're in the year of 2020. So this is definitely the card. And if you see all these people are rising up, they're rising into the light, Aquarius. So you're rising into the light about something, about what it is you need to leave behind, about perhaps maybe habits, thinking patterns, connections. Ooh, who you're dealing with is Ace of Cups. So they definitely want to come in with a love offer here. There's whoever you are thinking about, they have love on their mind. They want a new beginning in love. Not sure if that's with you or with someone else, but that's what they want. You're the Moon right now, which is all about mystery. But the Moon also shines the way in the dark. And the Moon is the only thing that brings light to the darkness and to the night. Aquarius, with the High Priestess card as your past, the Judgment as your future, and the Moon as your path, you are doing some magic here. You might be into the esoteric or getting into magic, getting into manifestation. Mantra and hearing mantras are going to be really powerful for you. If you find some mantras that are special for you, that really... We have the Page of Wands in reverse as hopes, dreams, and fears. So someone is not wanting a new beginning here, or they just don't want an offer with a page. Ooh. We have a story as the outcome. Aquarius. King of Cups on the bottom. Alright, so whoever you're dealing with is very moody, emotional, but they also are very connected to their feelings. They're very anchored into their heart space. So your past energy could have been who you're dealing with. King of Cups could have been this High Priestess person. You could have been dealing with someone who is just very insightful, someone who sees beyond the realms. And we are, or we become, pieces of those who we hang around. So this person has dripped onto you, which is what has brought you into the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles space. So in this space, the Queen of Pentacles is all about practicality. She's the practical mother. She's very nurturing. She's very grounded. She takes care of others. You might have brought someone in and been taking care of them in some sort of the other. Taking someone under your wing, or just allowing yourself to show up for others and be of guidance to others. You've had an ego death of sorts here, I'm hearing, for some. But that High Priestess, like I said, this could be someone that you were dealing with from the past. Although for some of you it is you, but I am feeling for a lot of you this is someone that you were dealing with in the past. Could have been someone with Pisces energy. Again, with that King of Cups on the bottom, this is someone who knows what they want emotionally, and they are not going to settle for anything less. This could be someone that you're thinking about, that Four of Cups in reverse. Now with the Moon card here and the Seven of Pentacles, this could also be the whole seeking direction. Because you can't quite see the blooms of these lilies yet through the clovers. You might still be looking at your crops and going, crap, are they weeds or are they flowers? So if you're questioning things, Aquarius, then you aren't really going to allow this Page of Wands, this new offer, this entrance, although this is a page. This also could be refusing to accept, like, if people, this could be people like gossiping or having fear that people are gossiping. This could be kind of defensive energy as well. Could also just be some insecurity in the hopes, dreams, and fears. I'm sensing a bit of insecurity there. Insecurity about making the right judgment call. Did I make the right judgment call? Am I making the right judgment call? But remember, your environment is the Ace of Cups. So they do want a new beginning in love. But if they're the King of Cups as well, then they expect a king offer and not a page offer. So they're wanting something really stable, something grounded, something that can be built upon, something that an empire can last on, something that will be a solid foundation for this home, Aquarius. So for our outcome, we have the Nine of Wands. Woo. So this is hard one, hard-fought battles, but courage to prevail. This is understanding that judgment can only come after really experiencing this ego death. And it's taken a lot. It's taken a lot. For some of my Aquariuses, you're feeling just really beat up at times. You're feeling really alone at times. He's alone and he's looking down. For some of my Aquariuses, you might be having some little bouts of depression. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So Eight of Cups upright is moving on. So you guys might be revisiting something from the past. You might be looking back. That's what the Moon could be. Kind of could be like, I'm moving on. Death to this situation. And then you have like Judgment Day arrives and you're like, let me go into my mode and check out what the Moon wants. And then you decide to forgive this person on a dramatic level. You decide to transform this energy on a dramatic level. You decide to not move on with the Eight of Cups upright. In reverse, you decide to go back to something of the past. You decide to dip your toe into something of the past, Aquarius. We have the Star in reverse and the Tower in reverse. Page of Cups, Five of Cups, the Devil in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then the Five of Swords. Ooh, okay. Well, Aquarius, that is your card, Star card, in reverse. This is also someone of the public eye. So, in reverse, this could absolutely be the poised card, the negative, quote, end quote, connotation of the poised card, which is that you might feel like you're trying to put something forward into the world right now and it's not really being received, or you just don't know how to really put this in the world. You have all of these qualities and you're like, how do I get this out there? How do I move this forward? And so you're like fighting and fighting to move this forward. And maybe you keep revisiting, you keep trying things that you used to try, how you used to try it, and it's just not working out for you. The Tower in reverse is, again, I'm feeling some denial here with the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. There could be some denial here, but there's an offer. But I feel like the offer just leads to Five of Cups, feeling a longing, feeling incomplete, feeling like your emotional needs aren't being met here, or someone's emotional needs aren't being met here. With the Tower in reverse, though, this could also be, I like that the Death is what's crossing you. The Tower in reverse could also be something was a Tower moment, Now with the Devil in reverse. Alright, give me a moment here, Aquarius. Someone offers a stable offer, a gentle offer. This is saying, I'm not moving on. Can we try again? I'm still here. I'm still in the background. I'm seeing that the Star in reverse could actually be, for some of you guys, like the moon. It's that you're not being outwardly expressive. You're manifesting this inwardly. You're manifesting this, again, by the moonlight. If we look at the Knight of Wands, it's by the moonlight. Although it's not a full moon here, but it is a full moon here, and it is a full moon here. So you might revisit something from the past on a full moon. With the Star in reverse, I am feeling that a wish doesn't get quite fulfilled in the way that you desired it to. And if you had no desire for any specific outcome, Aquarius, that's always the best way to handle everything. Remember that we always want to handle everything with peace and grace. We always want to ask our heart what brings it the most peace and grace. So are you acting a certain way to try and get or achieve a certain relationship with someone, or are you allowing yourself to just act from a place in your heart with pure love, peace, and grace, and allowing yourself to fully accept whatever the outcome is? With the Tower in reverse, this could also be, if there was like with the Devil here and the Tower in reverse, the Devil in reverse and the Tower in reverse, this could have been, at one point in time, these were both upright, so you had like a huge aggression moment, or a moment of falling into something negative. You had negative thinking space, going back to drinking, going back to someone who hurt you. This could be a situation of that just, it wasn't complete, but in reverse of both of these cards, you are choosing to respond to the situation, Page of Coins, with a place from the heart, with love. However, it could just end up with the Five of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Swords, which is very difficult energy. So you might revisit something from the past, Aquarius, and it doesn't quite end up or result in anything. In fact, it might just end up in feeling more emotionally empty or more fighting is the possibility here. I'm going to get some clarification for my Celtic deck. Clarify this outcome, clarify this outcome. You have the Wheel and Ten of Wands. Okay, so this is definitely a karmic cycle. Maybe you just needed to revisit something to create some closure on it, Aquarius, or you're being called to revisit something just for the sake of creating full, true closure on a situation. And your work right now is to not expect any specific outcome. It's to allow the divine to show you. We have Seven of Wands, feeling defensive. So someone you're dealing with could be feeling a little defensive. In this Celtic deck, these cards are also reminiscent of air signs. So I do like to kind of think it could perhaps have a little bit of Seven of Swords energy there. So there could be something that isn't completely truthful, perhaps on your side, since you're the moon. Someone could want something like you. This could be two people who just have two entirely different ideas of what a relationship should look like. We have Judgment in reverse. Okay, so for some of you guys, you might make a poor judgment call by revisiting something from the past. Or you might be refusing to see the truth of a situation, or being defensive with the Seven of Wands, responding from a place of being defensive. We have, well, here we have the Five of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, but then Eight of Pentacles, and then the Page of Pentacles in reverse here. So for some of you, you're done with the fighting, but you're not quite celebrating here. You're not going to be having this Ten of Pentacles with what you thought, perhaps. But when you have Eight of Pentacles here, you're going from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm seeing for Aquarius, a part of your life is progressing forward in a way that you can't even see. And by you revisiting this Tower situation and putting it in the Devil in reverse, you're actually gaining an aspect of yourself. You're gaining a piece of the pie that is going to draw you further, not just from the Seven of Pentacles, but into the Eight. And the Eight is hardworking. He has already gotten past the Seven. He's already gotten some of the craps, and he is working along because he sees that this is moving somewhere. Now, I saw the Wheel and the Ten of Wands in the pre-shuffle there, and that is all about closing up a karmic cycle. So for some of you guys, you have to revisit the situation so you can really get to the root of something within you. But it's not going to amount to anything with that person, at least at this time. It may result in something later, but I am feeling for now it's actually going to bring someone in new. So I'm feeling a new energy for you guys, Aquarius, and I will see you guys at the end of the month for your end of January readings.